What makes ThinkorSwim the best free active trading software on the market is its advanced tools. If you know how to set up your chart and enter and exit stocks within ThinkorSwim, that's all fine and dandy, but you can do that in any platform. Really understanding all the power that comes with ThinkorSwim will make you a better trader. And by the end of today's video, you will consider yourself a pro in this platform. As today we are going to cover things like advanced order types. We are going to cover conditional orders that will only trigger when specific events are met. We're going to set up automated alerts. We're going to talk about how you can chart and even one-click trade options, etc., etc. Lock in. You're going to learn a lot today. Firstly, let me start by addressing some of the things you're seeing on the chart behind my head here, namely the multi-ticker labels up here in the top left and the dot plot study here at the bottom. These are both custom studies that I have built within ThinkorSwim. ThinkorSwim has its own proprietary coding language called ThinkScript. This coding language allows you to build your own custom studies, your own custom trading strategies, and even your own custom study filters within scanners. This is really what makes ThinkorSwim so damn powerful. Having the ability to perform all this customization at no extra cost within your trade platform is truly amazing. Now, in today's video, I'm not going to dive into the specifics of ThinkScript coding, but if that sounds interesting to you, that is the niche that this YouTube channel mostly focuses on, is building out custom codes within ThinkorSwim. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if that sounds interesting to you. And just quickly before moving on, if you are interested in custom ThinkorSwim codes, I have published over 140 of them over on my website, daytradingstrategies.net. There's a link in the description down below. There's a sign up button. You can get access to all 140 of those codes today. I also have a course available if you would like to learn how to code in ThinkorSwim yourself. Check out the link in the description down below this video. Let's talk orders. Now, to do this, I have switched on over to the simulated trading side of ThinkorSwim, as I don't actually want to place these orders with my real money. I just want to simulate them for the video. But anyway, you know how to buy shares in ThinkorSwim and how to sell shares in ThinkorSwim. That's simple, right? Well, what we're going to talk about first is this template dropdown. When you have this set to single, and by the way, if you don't see this template option, it is of course available to be turned on from the available items in the settings cog of your active trade window. But when you are placing single orders, for lack of a better term, they are just that. When you are in an open position, you cannot then go and place, if I wanted to place a stop loss, say if this ticker breaks below 110, I want to get stopped out. So I'll click there in the active trade. I now have an active stop loss. I cannot then also go and place a take profit order. If I tried to do that, if I went up here and say, well, let's sell above 111.50, the buying power designated to make this trade was created, blah, 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 blah. Wait, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know if that's the right error message. That might be a simulated. I don't know what that is, honestly. But you will get some kind of error message like that because you placed a single order. So you can't have two open orders on the same shares that you bought when you place a single order. We can fix that. Let me go ahead and cancel and get out of this position. We can fix that by switching the template to one of these target with bracket order types. You'll notice this pops up two orders. One is going to be your take profit and one is going to be your stop loss. So this order template will enable you to have both levels up and down to sell your shares active at the same time. I'll go ahead and place one of these orders now so you can get a visualization of what I'm talking about. Now, You will have options that like you can switch this from just being points up to ticks up to percents up, and like you can change the value offset. I don't really ever mess with any of that when I am using target orders. I just simply get into the trade where I want to, and by default, it sets your profit at +1 point up and your stop loss at +1 point down. Now, what you can do, of course, is you can grab onto these orders on the chart and you can drag them to where you would like to be. Let's sell for profit if we break this level here. Let's sell for stop if we break below this level here. That allows for some nice chart visualization for exactly where you would like your orders to be placed as well, rather than just having to set them up manually using the template settings. And just so you know, when one of these orders is hit, let me see if I can go ahead and drag down my take profit right to the price it's at now. If one of these orders is hit, the other order is automatically canceled. You see that in the notification here. So you don't have to worry about like one remaining open. They are OCO orders, or one cancels the other. Speaking of OCO order types, that is the next template we're going to talk about. Once again, OCO stands for one cancels the other. So, and I'll tell you something I do first. In OCO orders, for some reason, the default is set to just a 10 tick offset, which is basically like right next to each other. So I would click on that symbol and it changes it to a 10% offset as well, which is just going to give us a bigger range. It means like the order won't be filled pretty much immediately if we just were to click buy on this. Let me show you what happens when you do an OCO order. So say I want to buy NVIDIA here on the daily. If it either breaks down below the close of the previous bar or up above the high of this bar prior. So if it sort of either breaks down or breaks up, I want to enter the stock. So what I would do, I would place my buy level at that order. What is that, like 1075 or whatever it is? I can go ahead and place a buy order with my template set to OCO, of course, down here at that level by clicking into the bid on the active trade ladder. And as you can see, that creates then a limit buy order at the level, of course, I just pressed, and it places my buy stop order 10% higher than that. Of course, I can then once again drag this down to the level I would like it to actually be at. Now, since these are one cancel the other orders, whenever one of these is hit, the other order will automatically be canceled. So once again, if SPY breaks down, I'll get in. If SPY breaks out, I'll get in. That's sort of a way to ensure that you are capturing volatility. Now, let me show you one more fun thing that you can do with target orders. We didn't speak about this earlier, but you can change the order type specifically on the stop order, being the second line here. You can change it from just a pure stop loss to a trailing stop loss. Now, if you set up a trailing stop loss, you will need to actually set up sort of the offset that you want. Do you want it to stop if NVIDIA drops down by 1 point, if it drops down 1 tick, if it drops down 1%, or if you wanted like, 5.5% down, you can easily adjust that here. So you will have to actually set all of that up. For me, I'm just going to set it up with a 1 point drop. So when I enter, we should see both a limit order for take profit and a stop loss order, but the stop loss order will always be trailing the current price of NVIDIA, the recent high price of NVIDIA, should I say, by a point. So if I go ahead and hit buy market here, once it gets into the trade, we should then see our orders pop up. I'll go ahead and drag up my take profit, say up above this pivot level here. Now, if I go and I look, the current price of NVIDIA, 110.12. If I hop into my monitor window, you can see here that our trailing stop is at 109.16, as that must have been the highest point that NVIDIA touched since we entered this trade, being 110.16. You can see it now going up. Look, it's now at 109.26, 109.27. I should assume, yes, NVIDIA is now at 110.27, 110.28. So the trailing stop is adjusting to that. 1 point down from the highest point that NVIDIA touches since we entered that trade. This will always adjust 2. All right, so we just learned some pretty advanced ordering techniques available to you in the active trader window within ThinkorSwim. Back now within my real money account on ThinkorSwim, I'm now going to walk you through how you can apply all those same advanced ordering techniques and actually chart the information of an option. So you can now trade directly options and even chart them exactly the same as you would stocks. So I'm looking at the SPY 1 minute chart right now. We actually just had a decent little push. Let's say I wanted to go on this dip here. I wanted to go buy a today expiration at the money call because I think SPY is going to continue this trend and bounce off this dip. I don't actually want to take that trade. I'm just giving you a scenario here. Let's hop over into the trade tab, of course. This is where we can see our option chains. I want to be looking and trading SPY on today's expiration. Calls are on the left, puts are on the right, of course. At the money, or nearest out of the money, should I say, today expiration call. I'm going to right click anywhere in the chain that I would like to trade, and I'm going to send it to a link. Now, I should have mentioned this while I was on this screen. Notice I have my SPY chart here set up. There's this little link icon next to where you type in your ticker. I have this chart set up to 1 red. So you're seeing the idea here now. Right click into the option chain you would like to chart and trade. Go to send this option chain to 1 red. Back within my charts, I should now see the option data charted just like I would a stock. So I can perform analysis on this chart just like I would a stock if I wanted to. And you probably notice here as well, all of your custom studies, all of your custom strategies, etc., will also work and run on this options chart also. That's also extremely powerful. Anything you can chart within ThinkorSwim and on any time frame, the custom studies, strategies, scanners, etc., will all auto adjust to. You don't have to like reset them up, jump into the code, reconfigure things, anything like that. Once again, another very powerful tool of the custom coding within ThinkorSwim. But also now my active trader window that I have turned on that is linked to this chart, I can now perform any of those same sort of custom order types that we just talked about. I can now perform directly on the options chart, or of course I can just do single order, buy market, sell market. Just having the ability to one click enter and exit options is also extremely powerful. So now you can implore all the free charting tools that come within ThinkorSwim, including all the drawing tools, once again, including all the custom studies you can build, and you can implore the active trader window, which I think is an extremely powerful tool, directly to an options chain. Next, we're going to talk automated alerts. And to do so, let's just continue building the alerts around this options chart. Let's go ahead here and hop into our studies. Whenever you chart a option, it automatically turns on this theoretical option price and it automatically turns on open interest. I'm not 100% sure why. You can feel free to turn those off. But let's say I want to look at the 200 length simple moving. Well, 200 is a little large for a 1 minute chart. Let's say 20 length simple moving average. I want to plot this and I want to get into this option only once it breaks above this 20 length simple moving average. I want this option to prove strength to me once again before I enter. I don't want to catch the falling knife, right? Well, I can go ahead and set up an alert on that. So, if I'm away, maybe looking at some other charts, doing some other things, I can be alerted if this chart does in fact break above this 20 length simple moving average. So you can click anywhere you can right click anywhere in your chart, come down to create alerts. You probably know how to do this for simple price levels, right? Hey, if it breaks above or below 350, I want to be alerted. That's all fine and dandy. This is an advanced tutorial. Let's click into this mark drop down here and let's go to study, and I'm going to hop into the edit of study. And this is where we can start to look at the ThinkScript coding available to you within ThinkorSwim. Once again, I'm not going to make this a like ThinkScript tutorial I could make I made a course on ThinkScript tutorial that has probably 20, 30 hours of video content within it. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, 15 hours of video content in it. I don't want this video to be 10 hours long, so I'm just going to sort of showcase it to you rather than try to break it all down. But let's say if the current price of this ticker closes above the simple moving average with a length set equal to 20. Now I do need to change the time frame because we're looking at this on a 1 minute chart. So change the time frame down to 1 minute as well. Go ahead and create this alert. If the study is true, I will be alerted. I can now click into my, I believe it's Market Watch. Yeah, Market Watch alerts. I can come over here and I can see that this alert is currently active, and the trigger is if the close is above the 20 length simple moving average. I'm going to give this a second and see if this fires so you can see what it looks like when the alert goes off. All right, well, I was like going to wait a couple of minutes and see if we got a pop above the 20 simple moving average so that the alert fired. We got SPY pulling back now. We got close here a couple of times. Just didn't happen, but you all know what an alert looks like. This is an advanced ThinkorSwim course, so I don't need to spend too much time on that. What I will show you, you can come back into your Market Watch Alerts tab. You can right click on the alert that you just set, go into alert notifications, and this is where you can set up how you are alerted. I mean, you can like change the sound that makes yeah, yippee, kind of who cares, but also you can have it either send you an email, send you a text message, or send you a push notification. I believe you need to have the ThinkorSwim app downloaded on your phone for this one to be available. The others you can see are grayed out for me because I don't have my email and or phone number in ThinkorSwim, just because I don't want you guys to see it for what I'm about to show. But to get your email and or phone number on and linked within your ThinkorSwim account so that you may have alerts sent to them, you go to setup in the top right, application settings, not order defaults, notifications. And this is where you can enter your email, you can enter your phone number. And once again, through right clicking on alert notifications, you can have the alert sent to your email, sent to a text message on your phone so that you really never miss any of the moves. And of course, I mean, listen, I just showed you one for above the 20 simple moving average. You can create literally like any alerts. Once again, the power of using custom code in ThinkorSwim. Any alert around any bit of price action or study that exists within ThinkorSwim, you can create an alert around. I will just quick plug here. One of the benefits of signing up, by the way, maybe it'll happen now. One of the benefits for signing up to get access to the codes on my website is you also get access to my personal email. So if you want me to build an alert for you, like if you don't know how ThinkScript works, but you want to be alerted if the RSI goes above 60 and if the price is currently above the highest high out of the last 10 bars back or whatever. That's something I could very easily build for you. That's just another perk you get, once again, signing up over on the website. I'm trying to sort of talk out a rant here long enough to see if it wants to go now. We're 10 cents away. SPY is obviously bouncing. Who cares? You all know what alerts look like. I'm going to go ahead. 6 cents away. I'll just do it. Just do it during the clip. We're like 3 cents away. I think it's touching it. Touch. Wait. 312. Okay. Wait. There it goes. You see how as soon as we get above the 20 late simple moving average, the alert just fired up there in the top left. Good timing, good rant tray to keep it going long enough for that to happen. There you go. There's your automated alert visualization as well. You can also set up alerts within ThinkorSwim to automatically send you a notification when a new ticker is added to a scan result. So you're looking at one of my custom built scanners here, once again, making use of that ThinkScript coding within ThinkorSwim. This one's pretty simple. The lowest price of the current candle is above the 200 length simple moving average, and the relative strength index is less than 40. This is my reversal swing trading scanner. I also have a strategy built around this. Anyway, hopping back into my charts and opening up this left-hand pane here, I have a handful of these watch list gadgets turned on. If you don't have any watch list gadgets here, you can add one very simply by clicking the plus at the bottom of this left-hand pane. I'm now going to turn on, of course, the watch list I was just running. I have this one named my DTS Reversal Swing Trade Scanner. I should see the same results I was just seeing in that scanner now here in the left-hand pane whenever it decides to load. But anyway, now there it is. Now what I can do is I can left click on the name of this scanner again, and I can hover over this alert when scan results change. Clicking into that, of course, event when a symbol is added to my DTS reverse swing trading scanner, I will be alerted. You can also set this up when scan results are removed or if one is either added or removed. I don't know what kind of situation you would care that much about a symbol being removed from a scanner, but if that's something you need, that's available as well in the events. I'm going to hit create now. I'm about to get a huge like alert with every stock that's on the scanner because since I'm creating the scanner right now, they're all new to this alert notification. So I'll hit create and you'll see them all pop up there. But once again, hopping over into our Market Watch Alerts tab, you'll see DTS Reversal Swing Trade Scanner symbol is added to the scan results. It's still active. And this is one of those alerts that will remain active until you cancel it. You can come into this, right click, cancel alert. So even though it already triggered an alert, like you can see here, this is actually a perfect example. That one we just built around the SPY call breaking above the 20 simple moving average, that one now has a status of triggered. It's already happened, so it's not going to go off again, right? Since it's already happened. But this one, even though it already went off, is still active. So until I cancel this, whenever a new ticker is now added to this scanner, I will receive an alert. The next thing I'm going to show you is very cool, and I can promise you 99% of you didn't know this existed within ThinkorSwim. I'm going to come into the Analyze tab, and actually, there's a lot of cool stuff I can talk about in this tab, even the simulated trades and the risk profile. This all has to do with looking at the potential profit and loss of an options trade. I'm going to skip that for now. Maybe that can be in a separate options video I make later. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. But what I'm going to click on is into this economic data tab first. And you just have, there's so much information in here you can look at. But say you wanted to see, what the current CPI numbers are, or, that's inflation. Go ahead and look up CPI. I can see the consumer price index for all urban customers, all items in US city. That sounds like the chart I want to see. Click into this. That is a chart that exists within ThinkorSwim. I'm now looking at that economic data on a chart right here within my free active trading software. Pretty amazing. And there is just, once again, there is just an absolute ton of information. Let me go back here. There is just a ton of economic data type information that you can find here. I'm not going to go through all of them right now. What's another fun one? Labor market conditions. This seems fun. Change in labor market conditions index. Let's take a look at this. You can see, and it even has the recessions highlighted, sort of what happens in the labor market during recession. So you can keep an eye on stuff like this to go if the labor market's dipping pretty hard, maybe that's not a great sign for the stock market or the economy or things like that. Once again, just all kinds of just levels and levels and levels and levels, just amazing economic data charts you can look at here. Also, into the fundamentals sub-tab, you can type in any ticker. I'm going to type in Apple. I can see now fundamental data about this stock all right here, once again, within my free trading software, which is amazing. You even get some analyst grades here, really cool as well. On the analyst grades, you can download their report. So I'm going to download this. I don't know, open it. Let's open it in Chrome. Hopefully that doesn't run up the RAM and crash my computer here while I'm making this video. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And you can see here is the entire analyst report for what they think about Apple. And you can do this for all of these reports that are available here within ThinkorSwim. Just amazing data available to you for free. I mean, listen, I'm kind of biased, and it's not like ThinkorSwim pays me, but I've been using this application now for 10 years. It truly is amazing what exists within ThinkorSwim. I think it's by far the best free trading software that's out there. It can be a little intimidating though. Like I get like why people use Robinhood or TradingView instead, because they are much more user friendly. But that's why I try to make these tutorial videos, because once you get a hang of ThinkorSwim, once you know all this stuff exists, I mean, look at all this. You're getting EPS numbers, dividend numbers, your book value, cash value, return on equity, inventory turnover. You're getting all this data directly within ThinkorSwim. It's truly just, I don't know, I'm super glazing now for a company that doesn't even pay me, but they are for real just the best to active trading software. And hopefully I've showcased some of the reasons why I believe that well in today's video. Once again, ThinkorSwim is the best, and it's really has a lot to do with the ability to build your own custom studies, scanners, strategies, etc. within ThinkorSwim. Once again, you get access to over 140 of these codes, all at one low price. Once you sign up, you get access to everything. It's not like you have to pay extra for certain codes or anything like that. Over on my website, daytradingstrategies.net. And once again, I also have a course available for anyone interested in learning how to code themselves within ThinkorSwim. In my course, I tried to do a very good job of creating it so that you don't have to know anything about either ThinkorSwim or coding at all to get a ton of value out of this. Chapter 1 is all like getting you prepared, teaching you what you need to know about the platform and coding in general before moving on, obviously, to some much more advanced stuff. But anyway, interested in either one of those things, check out the website, daytradingstrategies.net. Links in the description down below. At least go check it out, read the reviews, help make an informed decision for whether it can accelerate your trading career or not. Sign up and become a better trader today. That SPY call just absolutely took off, by the way. It sort of failed the first time it broke the 20 simple moving average. This time would have been a really nice indicator for a time to buy, for a moment to buy. But anyway, that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. I hope you all learned a ton. I really enjoy making these videos. I really enjoy sort of helping people learn about this platform, because once again, I really think it truly can change your trading career, having a better understanding of, I mean, any platform you trade on. Of course, you want to know everything about it, but specifically, I think ThinkorSwim, once again, is just the best free platform available to retail traders. So I hope you learned something in this video. If you did, take the half second, hit the like button. It really means the world to me. If you would like to continue learning, obviously make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's completely free. Why wouldn't you do it? With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign out of this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.